have at it and have a good time. That's all I can say.
Oh, now Logano goes around. Logano trying to save it. Touchdown, right in the nose. 48 is testing my patience, I can tell you that. It takes a lot to make me mad, and I'm pissed.
What comes around goes around. These guys all don't have any respect for me. I ain't gonna have enough for that.
Oh, gosh, he's spun out. Carl gets into Keselowski. I just couldn't let him take the win from me. Had to do what I had to do.
So we start off fresh in 2010. We reiterate the fact that, guys, we're not going to be as strict on you as we might have been in the past.
I'll slam you straight in the wall the next time you're anywhere near me.
They really want us to sort of self-police, and they want us to do the things that have made stock car racing so exciting and so popular over the years.
If you yell that again, I'll go get the race right here.
We give you the car, the race will surface, and you know, first one to run wins. If someone roughs you up, rough them up. The good thing is that the drivers will sort it out, and they always have.
Here we go. Somebody's going to punch somebody. Think about the most impatient thing. I'll be waiting when he comes in.
He wrecked me. And he's a piece of shit. And that's what the bully, you're going to get the horns. You throw a rock, I'm going to throw a concrete block back.
The right way to do it, I think, is, you know, after the race, something happens, whatever happens, go and talk to them and make that the first thing you do.
It's probably not his fault, you know. His wife wears a fire suit in the family.
The words don't equal things out, then the fists equal things out. If that's the case, I gotta start lifting some more weight and pumping up. I guess that's what it is. I'm the biggest guy out there. I hope it comes down to, you know, somebody getting in my face, because I'd love to, you know, rearrange some things.
There's a fight between Kelly Arbor and Johnny Allison. The tempers overflowing.
They all understand and understood and still do that there is a line that can get crossed, and we have to step in when that line in our team gets crossed. But that line, we move much further down the field than it used to be.
Drivers, I don't think are ever going to take it to that level like they did in years past. In my mind, there's always been parameters. I mean, it not only which you think NASCAR will regulate, but the kind of ethics that exist between drivers and out on the racetrack. Sometimes, yeah, we're stepping over the line and bad wrecks are happening from it. I don't think some drivers have what it takes to, you know, contain that road race.
This is going to be down to the wire. He's spun out. Carl gets into Keselowski. Carl, let him will win.
That was ugly.
I'm sick and tired of this. I'll get along to him and he'll come back out and take care of this. He ain't going to kill my boy.
When people come to a NASCAR race, they don't want to see a bunch of friends, you know, waving each other by out there. I mean, they want to see some racing.
Trouble on the front stretch. The car has slammed the wall.
You know, I think there's certainly an art to it, but then there's times where it's just flat out intentional.
I don't like the looks of that. You know what? I think this was Carl Edwards' payback for what happened earlier in this race.
There was a point when I wanted to flat out punch Brad Keselowski, and I asked NASCAR, what can I do?
Oh, he gets into Hamlin.
Got to spot him, you know, what can I do?
There you go. Keselowski's around. Whoa. That boy will never learn. He didn't do it good enough. That was fun.
The drivers are the ones that need to have any input on what's right and what's wrong on it, because they're the ones that have to race with each other out there. And what anybody else outside of being a driver says doesn't mean squat.
Well, Brad Keselowski and his father-in-law have both like
Get in under him and try to rattle him and try to get upside him and race him, but I didn't mean to spin him out. They'll say that's a lie no matter how you say it. Have you ever heard him say he means to spin anybody out?
It's a move so common, it has its own name. The Bristol Bump and Run. Sometimes accidental, often intentional, the bump and run clears the path to victory. If Lavarchi and Earnhardt are linked by dramatic crashes, rivals Jeff Gordon and Rusty Wallace are connected by something more subtle, yet equally dramatic.
You get down, they're closing life at Bristol, and it's any man for himself.
Here comes Gordon, right up to the bumper again.
There it is.
Gordon underneath to the lead. 2 laps to go.
Yeah, you know, he got followed up in some traffic, and I knew if I could get to him, you know, I could make the move, and he got real loose, shut the door on me, and once he shut the door on me, I said, all right, you know, fair game right there. He just got to me where he could hit me.
Bristol is also a momentous race that ended by paying tribute to Kansas in Victory Lane. Began with a tribute to a Bristol legend. Rusty Wallace might have been a Missouri native, but Bristol became a home away from home. 9 wins, including his 50th. in one moment defined RW's farewell tour. It was in Bristol.
100 races over 50 years. The only thing we know for sure about Bristol is only one driver will end up in victory lane tonight. And anything can and will happen in between now and then. The Bristol Night Race is a true classic.
And Kurt's getting the worst of it. Like a little bump drafting going on right there, trying to gain the advantage. Like the 48 got to the back of him a little bit. Boy, he almost came back out onto the track right there, and there is the view as Kurt takes the wheel off. Man, look at this car. Oh, man, further back, Elliott Sadler. And the engine is out of this thing. Oh, my gosh. Well, the whole suspension. It's like a front suspension. The window net is down for Elliott. He's got the helmet off already. That is the best news. You can see he is in some pain. Oh, man, I hate to see this. Look at the front of that car. Engine completely out of the car. I can't remember the last time I saw one like that. Kurt has climbed out. Well, I have to be honest with you, the last time I saw it was back when we were covering track racing. And it's not a pretty sight when they have that happen over there either. Kurt took a hard lift also. He's walking under his own power.
Out of a car like that. These engines have about 4 mounting points. Maybe you could point them out where they're located at and how that could possibly happen, because it's about, what is it, 3/8 bolts that actually hold the engine in. They can be sheared off pretty easy.
Yeah, Rusty, you know, the engines are bolted in, but all the devices that are attached to the engine helps make it, the structure of the car is really strong. But when that engine gets pitched out, I mean, I've seen Ricky Rudd hit the wall at Martinsville in a test, and the engine was literally sitting back here at the windshield. But there again, Jeff Gordon hit the wall in Las Vegas. That was very devastating. The only crash I've ever seen that comes close to that was Don McTavish at Daytona when he hit gate 7 off turn 4, and that was devastating also. All right, Tim, thank you. So a little look at some of the safety equipment and talk.
That's tough. And you saw the right side of Bill's car. Bill had already been in the wall a little bit, so Bill might have had a time when Bill got about 3 on the 21. About 30 back to the lead. Way early, man. Way early. That thing wiggles as soon as he makes a left. Here's the caution for us, but as soon as he makes that turn, that thing wiggles.
Situation coming down this road.
And you know, when they had the wreck, Mark had spun and was down on the apron, and we had a shot earlier where he was trying to get it fired up and get going. He drove the thing, and about the time he got to pit road, this thing flamed up. It was not on fire when he left the accident scene, but as he drove around here, the sparks coming up, the oil, the stuff, it just up under the car, and you can see it, man. That's a thick smoke. That's a choking smoke right there. When you're in a car and a car catches on fire, and it's hard to describe, there's some smoke you can just, it seems okay to you. I don't know how to describe that to anybody up there.